For me, a good bike ride is a bike ride that I get to finish on my terms. And to make sure that happens, there are a few essential bits of kit that I take on every ride I go on. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my top 10 bits of essential kit that come with me on every ride I go on. Check out the view. Pretty nice, huh?
Other than myself, a bike, a lid, some good quality lights, and every other obvious thing you can think of, what are the 10 things that I take on every ride I go on? Well, let's take a look. If, like me, you live somewhere where it rains all of the time, then the rain cape is a must-have thing on pretty much every ride you go on. Here's a little tip for you. Get it and cram it into a sock, or like this, a glasses case. That way, it takes up next to no room in your pocket. A little oily fish. Grab yourself one of those little sushi bottles and put a bit of chain oil in it. Great if you get caught in a downpour and all the oil gets washed off your chain, or you find yourself riding with one of those annoying people with a really squeaky bike. Sneak out of the cafe stop, or their chain for them, they'll never know. Money. Cash is king. You may need to bribe a taxi driver. Do yourself a favour, get yourself a pouch, something like this. Keep your money in it, your car keys, your empty gel wrappers, tucks away nicely in your jersey pocket. And when you go and pull your jacket out the back of your jersey pocket, you won't scatter your belongings all over the countryside. The multi-tool. You don't need some massive Swiss Army knife all singing all dancing jobbo, but you do need one that has the main bits on it. You need Allen or hex. You need Torx bits, and most importantly, you need a chain tool. Do yourself a favour, get it, spray it with something like GT85 or WD-40, and then wrap it up inside a latex glove. That way it won't go rusty, like this one has. A split link, or as some people call it, a missing link. If you snap your chain, this will join it back together and get you home, especially when used with one of these. It is tiny, weighs next to nothing. There is no reason not to carry one of these with you. On the subject of carrying stuff on your bike, those saddlebag things you can get are all well and good, but they're really fiddly to get stuff in and out of. They're a complete pain in the arse to move from one bike to another if you've got more than one bike. They're made of canvas, so sometimes your stuff gets wet, and if you've got a bike like this one that's carbon fibre seat post and saddle rails, it's a really bad idea. Get yourself one of these. A tub. Easy to get into, completely watertight, half the price of one of those posterior bum bag things, and you can just pick it up and move it from one bike to the other. An inner tube and tyre lever. Now you could be one of the cool kids running tubeless, however, one day you will need to call in a favour from your old friend, the inner tube. Take one with you anyway. Top tip for you, put it inside a latex glove. That way your delicate inner tube is protected, and you've also got a latex glove for when your chain comes off. If you're finding this content useful, do me a huge favour and hit that like button. It makes such a difference to the channel. And if this content is your kind of thing, then hit the subscribe and bell icon and you'll get notified every time I publish a video. Right, let's crack on and have a look at the next thing on the list. 3M helicopter tape, or a bit of old tyre. If you split your tyre, this will get you home. I did an event about 6 years ago up in the Lake District. I'd been training for 5 months. At mile 88, my back tyre went bang. This stuff got me to the finish line. Link in the description below. A pump or CO2. If you are going with the pump option, make sure it will give you the pressure that you need. If you are going with the CO2 option, take my advice. Don't just stash this on your bike. Practice with it first. It can be fiddly to master. Also, if you're a member of the tubeless gang, make sure that your sealant is CO2 compatible. Otherwise, when you fire this into your tyre, you're going to freeze the sealant. You'll need 2 cylinders with this. This option, this will last as long as you do. A drink and food. I take a drink on every ride. My rule, if I'm doing more than 2 hours, I'll take food. Here's a little tip for you. You don't want to carry this long tube around with you. Get it and cut it down. Just enough room for 2 tabs. That way you get to the cafe, fill me a bottle up please mister. You're the one enjoying a zesty beverage all the way home. One more thing to go. But what have I missed? What do you carry that I've not mentioned? Stick a comment below. So, what is the number one thing on my list? The one thing that if I did forget it, I would turn around, go back and get it. What is it? The mobile phone. If things go really wrong, this little gadget will save your day. Now, a little top tip for you. Most modern smartphones have got the functionality for you to put in your medical ID. So if something unpleasant happens, they'll know a little bit about you. Anyway, soon, all this other stuff that I've mentioned, you won't need to take it with you. Just your mobile phone. Open the app, order the skinny latte or the spare tube, it'll be with you in 15 minutes. If you want to know what happened when I got a load of delicate bike parts and put them in this ultrasonic cleaner, check that video up there. Or if you want to know how to bleed the brakes on your road bike, check that video down there. Thanks for watching.